Americans earning less than $140,000 per year are living in poverty. That's the takeaway from a new report released yesterday by Mike Green, and it exposes just how outdated and misleading our official poverty line really is. The government still claims that a family of four is above poverty at just $31,200 per year. But when you recalculate the same formula using today's cost structure, the true crisis threshold isn't 31K, it's closer to $140,000. The official poverty line for a family of four in 2024 is about $31,200. With the median household income at around $80,000, we've been told that the average family is doing fine. They're well above the poverty line, they're solidly middle class, and maybe even comfortable. But if you update the original poverty formula honestly, that $80,000 family is actually living in deep poverty. Now, in 1963, that made sense. Housing was cheap, healthcare was cheap, childcare barely existed as a market, college was affordable, and a single income supported a family. If you fast forward to today, the cost structure has inverted. Food is no longer 33% of the budget. It's more like 5 to 7%. Housing has now taken up 35 to 45% of the budget. Healthcare is 15 to 25%. Childcare is 20 to 40%. And transportation, taxes, and other essentials consume the rest. So if you keep Orshansky's logic but update the math, the multiplier for the poverty line isn't 3 anymore, it's 16. So instead of 3 times the food budget, it's roughly 16 times the food budget. Apply that to a family of 4, and the poverty threshold isn't 31K, it's somewhere between $130,000 and $140,000. Remember, Orshansky wasn't defining middle class, she was defining crisis. So what does that say about the $31,200 line we use? It says that we're measuring starvation. It's an outdated measure of who is living in poverty and who isn't. So where does Bitcoin come in? Well, Bitcoin doesn't fix childcare and it doesn't solve healthcare, and it certainly doesn't rewrite these benefit cliffs. What Bitcoin does do is it gives families a way to save outside a system built on these broken benchmarks. The fiat system constantly moves goalposts, from CPI targets to benefit thresholds, tax brackets, and income categories, but Bitcoin doesn't. It's an absolutely finite asset. So as the cost of participation keeps rising faster than wages, policymakers will continue using inflation and debt as the release valve. Bitcoin is how households defend themselves against that slow bleed. If the true break-even point for a stable American household is $140,000, and the system is still pretending that $31,000 is poverty, you have a choice. You can keep playing the fiat game, or you can start opting out. Bitcoin gives you a savings asset that can't be quietly diluted and a way to revive the core of the American dream. Work hard, save in something real, and build a future that policymakers can't quietly rewrite with a formula from 1963. That's the math, that's the moment that we're in, and that's why Bitcoin matters now more than ever.